morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to channel. Today we have a brand new tank that is getting released today. By the time the video's out, you should hopefully be able to get the tank. So it is the Hybrid Nation, the M4 FL10. Pretty much a Sherman with an AMX turret. It is a tier 7 tank, and at the moment the tank is very, very unique because it is the first auto reloader in the game. Obviously, we know that the Italians are coming who also have this feature, but as they are not released yet, as they are not out for maybe another update or 2 updates, or maybe even longer, this is the first auto reloader in the game, and it's a medium tank, and it's not a bad tank, to be honest. It's not coming into stores. It's not going into Blitz stores. It's going to be a pop-up offer. That should be around $20. So yes, $20 for a tier 7 tank is a bit costly. But if you're a collector, I mean, Martin Dogger, he collects Shermans, so no doubt he will get the tank. So it's not a massive amount of money, but it's $20 for a tier 7, I think, is a bit overpriced. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it. I'm still humming and hawing if I actually want the tank or not. So let's just look at what the statistics are like. So it has 1,325 hit points. It has basically no armor. 76, 30, 20, almost the same on your hull. Let's have a look. DPM 2165, and it has, so the shell reload between each clip, between each shell, every time you shoot, is 1.3 seconds. So you shoot, 1.3 seconds later you shoot your second shell, and then 1.3 seconds later you shoot your third shell. However, with the auto reloader, so if you just wanted to shoot one shell and then reload that one shell, because this is what the auto reloader is. It's a bit different than auto loaders, where the auto loaders you just shoot 3 shells straight away, where the auto reloaders, as soon as you shot your first shell, that first shell starts reloading again. So you can wait until your first shell has reloaded and then shoot it again, and then you can either again wait for that to reload, or you can shoot your second shell. So if you just shoot the first shell takes 3.9 seconds to reload. But on top of that, once you shoot your first shell, you have the 1.3 second intraclip reload, and then the 3.9 seconds. So it's a bit confusing talking about how it all works, but when you get to play the tank, it becomes pretty clear. So you shoot the first shell at 3.9 seconds, and then the 1.3 second shell reload, then the 3.9 seconds, and then you will have that first shell back. But if you didn't want to wait for that 4 seconds, after the 1.3 seconds, you can shoot your second shell. And then again, after your 1.3 seconds shell reload, you can shoot your third shell. And then all 3 shells will start reloading. So the third shell will take 3.10 seconds reload, the second shell 3.5 seconds reload, and the first shell 3.9. But if you are shooting all 3 shells, if you've shot all 3 shells, then you're not reloading your first shell. You're actually reloading, you're not reloading your third shell. I think you're reloading your first shell. It's all confusing. So if you just shoot all 3 shells, and then you just want to keep using that one shell, it's a 4 second reload, which is pretty good, which is still not bad at all. And of course, if you haven't got any shots, then you're going to reload all 3 shells together. So it's very confusing to try and talk about this auto reloading system. But as I've said, once you get to play it, it becomes pretty clear. 144 on your AP. It has APCR at 202. High explosive 38. Your damage on your AP is 160, your APCR 135, and your high explosive 175. Your aim time 3.3, and your dispersion 0.319. Now, the dispersion actually seems okay when you're in the game. I've had some shots that I don't know how they hit, but they've hit. Gun depression does suffer quite a bit, to be honest. It only has 6 degrees of gun depression. It has the speed, 52 kilometers an hour. Which is not bad at all. So let's get straight into the battles and let's see what the tank is actually like. So we're going to have two battles for you, one in tier 6 and one against tier 8. Because I wanted to add a tier 8 game, because when I was playing this tank, it was, I mean, the penetration didn't seem great. I mean, the gun depression as well. And when I was playing it, especially against the tier 6s, I thought, you know what, this tank is really going to struggle against tier 8. So I really wanted to add a tier 8 battle in it. And as you can see, we are firing one shell and then we're going to wait, and we've now reloaded our first shell. So we have all 3 shells, and you can see the 1.3 seconds at the top, which is the intro clip, and then the 3.1 seconds where it shows the shell. So we're going to shoot once, there's the intro clip, and then there is the reload. So it does the intro clip first and then the shell reload, of course, but when you fired your third shot, it just reloads your third shot. It doesn't have the intro clip obviously on your third shot. But the reloads are really, really good, and you can actually play this tank just by shooting one shell. Not a problem. Or you can, it really does not matter. Because the reloads are so quick, you can fire all 3 shells and then just run around shooting the last shell, because that's still only a 4-second reload. So it gives that dynamic of play. You can either use it as a auto reloader, or an auto loader, sorry, or just a one-shot clip. But the best way to play this tank is, of course, is get those lower hit point tanks. And you can see here, we're going to go for the SU, because we can take 2 shells. We're going to get 1 shell. 1.3 seconds later, we are going to get another shell, and then we are going to get the third final shot into the ARL, but we do bounce. And now we're just going to play it as we're going to load 1 shell, and you can see 1 shell, 4-second reload, one shell, 4-second reload. And of course, when there is nothing to shoot at, we are now going to reload our second shell. So we've got 2 shells in the bag. We're going to shoot once, we're going to reload that, and we're going to shoot twice. And again, 4 seconds later, we are reloaded. So it's not bad. It really is not bad. And I'm enjoying this tank, to be honest. Fair enough, the armor isn't so great, and the speed is okay. The gun depression sucks. But at the moment, you really do trick those red tanks, because they don't know what the reload is. They have no idea until this tank becomes known and people realize that it's an auto reloader. They are going to struggle. They're going to be thinking, what the hell is this reload? And you can see here, we're just going to use that 1 shell. We're going to reload that 1 shell, and our reload is still better than his. And he's now 1 shot, we're a 1 shot, but we only have a 4-second reload, so we can take him out. So 2.5k damage. We still make credits. We shoot a bit of gold, 14,000, 1,063 base XP. So the next up, we are going to show a tier 8 game, which when I looked at this game, I thought, oh, sugar. We are going to really struggle here. There is only 2 tier 7 tanks. The rest are tier 8, and they are extremely healthy tier 8s with good armor. I mean, EXP, IS3s, IS6s, these are all we are going to struggle to penetrate unless we get around the side of them. So what we're going to do is we are going to push the river. We are going to push straight across the river, and already we have the 3 shells reloaded. So 1.3 seconds, and then 3.1 seconds later we can get those shots off. So there's 1 shot. Again, we're going to reload. Well, wasn't going to reload, sorry. And now we're just going to use the tank as if we're just going to ignore the fact that it's an auto reloader, and whenever I have a shot off, I am going to shoot. And that is that's pretty much how you can play this tank. Is if there's a shot to take, then by all means take it. If there's not, then get your 3 shells, just like we are here. We didn't have really any shots, so we've got our 3 shells, and we are, fair enough, we do miss the SU. And again, we have got no shots, so we're not going to go and look for shots. We're going to wait. That was bad. I accidentally switched to the HE. But again, we have a shot, so we are going to take that shot. And we still got 1 shell in our clip. Now, again, we have nothing, so we are going to reload a full clip. So don't forget, it is still good to, if there's a tank that is 500 hit points. I mean, look here. the EXP is showing our side, so we're going to use our full clip, and we're going to do 43 damage. We're going to back up, and again we are going to reload our full shells. So there's our second shell, and then again there is our third shell. So definitely take out the enemies. If you can take out the enemies, do take out the enemies. Don't worry about your reload as much. And again here, the EXP, 1, 2, 3, and that is us. But again, here's the J Panther, but no problem, because 4 seconds later we are reloaded. We have one shell reloaded, and again one shell reloaded, and we're going to go and try and take him out, but the T-34 takes him out. So now we have no shots. The EXP is looking at us, the IS-6 is coming around. We can't really penetrate the IS-6 from that angle. 2 shells, we do try, and we shoot all 3 shells. No luck. What I did actually after this game, because I nearly run out of Pramo, I just lowered my AP and my HE and just put a bit more APCI. As you can see here, that is red AF on that EXP, really bad. So you do have to get around these enemies. Here comes the Persian. Again, I've got 1 shell. We've got now 2 shells. We're hoping to take him out on our 2 shells, but we bounced the first shell. Get our second shell into him. Our first shell's now reloaded, and we can take him out, and it just now leaves the IS-6. So just get into position for the IS-6. We now have 2 shells reloaded. We do only manage to get 1 shell before our IS-3 takes him out. So it's a very enjoyable tank at the moment, because no one really knows the reload. No one knows what to do. They don't know if it's an autoloader, or if they're thinking like, what the hell is this reload? It does make a little bit of credit. So of course against tier 8s you are going to have to shoot the Pramo. But again guys, are you going to buy this tank? This is totally up to you. I get slated so much saying I work for Wargaming because I tell them that, I tell you guys that a tank's good or not. This is an average, I mean this ain't a bad tank. It's not a bad tank, it's okay. Just from my battles here, we have 12 battles, I think, 13 battles, 77%, and almost 2k damage. Not bad for a tier 7. I'm still not sure if I'm going to buy the tank or not. I'm going to see tomorrow. But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm Meadsy69, and I'll catch you soon.